you tend not to know who's occupied a space before you.
Come gather round, people, wherever you roam.
For example, King's Cross, I mean, you discover that before you there are a whole range of people who in a sense have lived the same life, which involves using pubs and using bars and cafes and restaurants.
Some call it Australia's Barbary Coast, and there are a few pirates there for sure. Others call it Sin City. The inhabitants make their living out of baccarat, dope, witchcraft, prostitution, stripping, and selling each other salami.
There were clubs, although many of them were illegal to the extent that you were not allowed to drink alcohol or buy alcohol. They weren't allowed to sell it. You could take your own, but even then they had a law that you mustn't have it on the table. So when the police came in, you'd put your liquor under the table. Well, those places would stay up until 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. And indeed, there was one here on the corner of Forbes and William Street. On the top floor, there was a very, well, quite a notorious club, really. It was called the 50-50 Club. Big steel doors, and you had to be known to be able to get in because they were always afraid of police informers, only because of the liquor licensing laws.
If you wanted to have a drink after about 10 o'clock in the evening, the only place to go to was King's Cross.
The very first person in Australia to have a sex change was one of our regular customers.
All men, true men, are bisexual. That is, they are both men and women.
You became untouchable once you worked at Les Girls. I mean, the police knew who you were, the gangsters knew who you were, everybody knew who you were. It was just one big happy family. I mean, everyone knew everybody from each club, and we'd go from club to club, and the strippers would come to our club, and we'd go to their clubs. And Last Card Louis had a couple of girls, well, a couple of the boys, a couple of girls working for him, but no one knew. The audience didn't know because, I mean, you just could not tell. They were just so gorgeous.
Is the house in which you lived as a child with your family still there?
Oh, no. It was, when I came back the first time, it was not just a sex shop. It was a sex arcade.
You know, I have very fond memories of being 18 and moving to King's Cross and, you know, spending kind of 5 years of my life in nightclubs. It was kind of like the period of punk and then dance music and, you know, I guess taking lots of drugs and, you know, having lots of kind of casual sex. And, but then, you know, I mean, I don't know that you kind of grow out of that anymore. Most people I know still do that.
This was in 1983. A fight broke out near the corner of Roslyn Street, opposite Les Girls. One guy urging his friend on, one doing the punching, one trying to get away.
The hotels of yesterday are falling like dominoes to become apartment blocks because of simple economics. The upwardly mobile 21st century city dweller is willing to pay more than a hotel can make for the same amount of space. People are moving in to live here in numbers the developers can hardly keep up with.